I love money, I love bags, I love cars, turbo stack. I want Louis double V. I want Prada for my feet. I love curtains made of silk. Wrap my body like some milk.
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Deandra, and this is going to be my pregnancy update first trimester video. Y'all bear with me because once I do my second trimester video, you guys gonna know, like, I be out of breath very fast. It'd be hard to catch my breath this time around. But yes, this is my pregnancy update video. I announced my pregnancy on social media on my birthday, March 19th, and I did not film a video before that. So we're gonna be playing a little catch up. I'm gonna do my first trimester. Right now I'm halfway through my second. I'm 6 months pregnant. Okay, I'm 6 months pregnant. I'm 23 days. I am 23 weeks and 1 day today, and my baby is a size of a carrot. So I'm gonna be doing another video about my second trimester once I get towards the end, and then halfway through my third, I'll update you guys on how I've been feeling. Now, this isn't my first pregnancy. I do have a daughter who's going to be 7 on April 16th. So I'm going to do a little compare and contrast between both trimesters, her first and this first. I am having another girl, so I'm going to be comparing and contrasting these two pregnancies, and also giving you guys a little bump update. So I'm going to tell you guys also how I found out I was pregnant and all my symptoms and cravings and all that good stuff. So if you guys want to hear more about how I found out how I'm doing and also see this little bump, keep on watching. So you can say that me and my boyfriend planned getting pregnant. Around July, he did say, like, you know, he trying to trap me or whatever. But yeah, around July, we talked about, you know, family, marriage, living together, all that good stuff. And I was just like, you know, why not? This is my best friend, my boyfriend, my soulmate. Why not? So around July, we kind of started, but nothing was happening. So the ending of August, I caught a period. Tried again. September, I didn't get my period. So I knew I was, like, looking out for if it was going to come or not. So I tested early. When I tested, I was exactly a little over 4 weeks, like 4 weeks, 3 days. And I took the test, and the test came back positive. So because I did test early, I waited at least 2.5 weeks to, you know, go to my first appointment, because usually doctor doesn't see you until around 6-7 weeks. So I waited and my first appointment was October 10th, and I went to the doctor. She did everything. I wanted to try a female black OB, and I found one. I loved her facility. Her staff was so friendly and nice. We did the proper, you know, appointment stuff, blood work, the whole medical history. We did a sonogram, but when we checked, my sac was only measuring. My sac was measuring 4 weeks and 1 day, and I should have been 6 weeks, 4 days. So that was that. She basically gave me information saying, like, you know, maybe you ovulated a little bit later than you thought, but I knew my body and I knew when I ovulated, and of course it was planned, so I knew. And she said, you know, maybe this can be a sign of a miscarriage, and if anything happens from now in the next week or so, to go to the hospital and all that good stuff. I did not continue seeing her only because she only takes her patients up until 20 weeks. So if it was a miscarriage, and if I did decide to, you know, have another baby, I only see her up until 20 weeks, and I'll have to find another doctor to deliver and all that stuff. So I went back to my original OB, which was a week later. So this was probably like October 17th, 18th. I went to my original OB, and of course we had to do the procedure all over again, the sonogram, the blood work, all that stuff. And I was still measuring 4 weeks in 1 day. And I knew then that something was wrong. I really knew like it was a miscarriage. Honestly, I just knew it. When she checked my blood work and everything came back, I went back 3 days later. She told me that my HCG levels was only 2,000. So I decided we declared it a miscarriage, and she gave me misoprostol, and I took that and it dissolved in my mouth. And October 21st was the day I took it. October 21st, yeah. October 21st was the day that I took the misoprostol, and everything flushed. A week later, I went back and everything was fine. The sac flushed out, so it was like back to regular. So after I bled as a regular period. So she told me to expect my period, end of November, early December. And after I was done, me and I did, the do, not expecting to try again. I was just, in one of those moods. We was in one of those moods. So we just did it. And I say around November 13th, I started having cramps. So I thought that, maybe my period was coming. And then a week went by, nothing still. And I still wasn't really expecting anything because, like she said, I probably wasn't going to get one until the end of November, early December. And I decided to test the day after Thanksgiving, and the test came back positive. So that is how I found out that I was pregnant with my baby girl. So yeah, I got pregnant right away, honestly, without even trying, after having a miscarriage. Oh, I forgot to mention what also made me test the day after Thanksgiving is because my boobs was really tender. And for me, that's one thing when I'm pregnant, I have tender boobs, which I'll talk to you guys more about because I'm going to do the compare and contrast. So yeah, having tender boobs was one of the reasons why I tested the day after Thanksgiving. So now we're going to talk about the first trimester symptoms. I wrote everything down on my phone, and then I'm going to compare to my first pregnancy with Amani. So first pregnancy, I had no symptoms at all. None. The only symptom I had is that I didn't get a period. And that's how I found out I was pregnant. Like, I didn't get no period. I think my period was like 2 weeks late. So I was like, all right, let me test. And when I tested, I was pregnant. Other than that, I had no symptoms. I probably only threw up twice. And the only one symptom I probably did have was very, 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 very tender breast. Like, I had to put ice packs. I remember putting ice packs on my chest when I was pregnant with Amani. And honestly, that was it. That was the only symptoms I had with my first. But this pregnancy drained me. The first trimester, I was drained. So one of the symptoms I did have in my first trimester was lack of energy. I had no energy to do anything, and I kind of started noticing symptoms around 6 weeks, 4 days. So because I really didn't get a normal period, I put in the day that I started bleeding from the misoprostol, and that took me to be about 6 weeks, 4 days. So like I said, when I found out I was pregnant this time around, I had tender boobs, and the lack of energy came a little bit after that. So I had no energy. I didn't want to get up. Getting money ready for school in the morning took everything out of me. Having to walk her to school took everything out of me. By the time I got back home, I just wanted to lay down and do nothing for the whole day. I had no energy. Like, I couldn't even do anything. That's why I didn't have no videos on my channel for a while. Because even now to this day, I still have lack of energy, but it's not as bad. But those first couple of weeks drained me. And this time around, I had symptoms from like 6 weeks up until 10. Like, this was something different, which why I thought I was having a boy, because like I said, the first pregnancy, I didn't have no symptoms at all. But this time around, I was drained. Not only was I drained, I was nauseous. I could not eat anything. It was just like, if I did eat, it left like this nasty taste in my mouth where I had to just chew gum or suck on some candy, because it was just crazy. Like, I was nauseous all day, every day, all day, every day. I was nauseous. Never threw up, but the nausea, it was really bad. So I also had tender breast this time around, but it wasn't as bad. I say maybe a couple of days I had it, but it wasn't really that crazy. I do once in a while get very, very, very like sensitive nipples. Like, my nipples really hurt sometimes. But other than that, the tender boobs was fine this time around. Another symptom I had was acid reflux. Like, at night when I'm laying down, my chest will be burning. I'll be burping. I couldn't eat spicy food this time around. Spicy food was not my best friend. Like, the acid reflux was crazy. And this was in the beginning, like 6 weeks, 7 weeks, up until maybe about 8 weeks pregnant. I had acid reflux, and I don't know how I really made it. Like, honestly, it was very bad. Like, I remember being in the bed late at night, just laying down, and I'm just burping. My throat is burning. My chest is burning. And like, only way it would kind of calm it down was to drink very, very, very cold water. But even still, like, it was bad. I never had acid reflux like that before. So early at that, I did have heartburn in my third trimester with Imani, but I feel like this was worse than that. Like, it was bad. I remember one night, my throat was just burning, and I felt like it was moving to like my esophagus area, and it was burning so bad. My stomach was hurting, and then I just had to throw up. I remember throwing up in the middle of the night, but then the pain was still there. It was so bad. I had to go to the emergency room, and I was about 15 weeks. So that was like beginning of second trimester. I was like 15 weeks when that happened. So I'll talk to you guys more about that in my next video. But yeah, the acid reflux took me out at night. And my last symptom during the first trimester was hot flashes. I was getting hot flashes. I couldn't cook. I haven't cooked since November, guys, because the heat from cooking, I had to sit down. I thought I was gonna pass out. Being hot made me so aggy, because it was just like, not only do I have lack of energy, but now I'm hot and I feel like I'm about to pass out. And I just needed to be in front of a refrigerator or something, because the hot flashes wore me out. I don't know. And this is during the winter time. So I was going outside in the winter time in like a spring jacket, because I would get hot. Like, I would leave my house and then I'll start walking, and all of a sudden I'm sweating. And when I come back in the house, like, you could see like the sweat on my t-shirt. Like, that's how hot I was getting. So I was getting hot flashes, and it was even worse when I was cooking. So for cravings, I craved a lot of things. I wanted jerk chicken, but that did not work out for me because, like I said, I had acid reflux. So the spiciness from the jerk chicken, I couldn't enjoy it, so I had to put jerk chicken on hold. But jerk chicken was a craving that I wanted all the time. Another craving that I had was cold turkey sandwiches. And I know they said that you're supposed to have cold turkey meat because of listeria. But honestly, I just felt like, I read up on it, and then my doctor told me, like, you can get listeria from eating lettuce. So even if you heat up your turkey sandwiches and you have lettuce that's bad, you can get listeria. So I was like, I'm gonna have me a little cold sandwich here and there, and oh my God, I was in heaven to have a little cold sandwich, a nice cold turkey with white American cheese. I was loving the cold turkey sandwiches. Another craving that I had was mashed potatoes. I was mashing everything, okay? I was taking baked potatoes and I was making little mashed potatoes out of it, like double stuffed potato. So bake a potato, cut it up, scoop it out, add my little sour cream, my cheese, and then put it back in and just eat it like that. I was making mashed potatoes. And a similar craving that I had with my first and my second was popsicles. I was eating popsicles all day, every day when I was having Amani. And this time around, I was doing the same thing. I don't know if it's because I was hot, but I guess I just love popsicles when I'm pregnant. I was eating popsicles all the time. And that was just my thing, having a popsicle. Another craving I had was mozzarella sticks. I don't know why, because I don't really eat mozzarella sticks like that. But having mozzarella sticks was everything. Like I used to go to the chicken, we call it the chicken spot, but like, Kennedy Fried Chicken, Burger King, they have mozzarella sticks. And I was going to the store and I was getting them mozzarella sticks because that's all I wanted to have. Something weird that I also noticed, I was craving things that my boyfriend likes to eat. My boyfriend likes beef patties, and I found myself eating beef patties with cheese the same way he eats them. I don't know if that's weird to me. Like, there was a time he wanted Taco Bell, and I just craved, like, before he even told me that he wanted some Taco Bell, I was craving Taco Bell, but I still haven't gotten my Taco Bell. And till this day, I still be wanting Taco Bell. And it was just weird that I found that we was craving the same things. And I think that is really everything for my first trimester. There's nothing else. I haven't gained any weight. Yeah. I lost 2 pounds and I've only gained back 1. So I'm 6 months and I only gained 1 pound. With Amani, I lost 10 pounds in the beginning. Then I end up gaining it back slowly, and then I gained back an extra 10. So you can say I gained 20 or 10 pounds during my first pregnancy because, yeah, I did lost the 10, gained back that 10, and then gained back another 10. This time around, I lost 2 pounds, only gained it once. So my next appointment is April 8th. So I'm not sure if I gained any more weight. I guess I'll see when I go to my appointment. And I think that is it for this video. My next video I will be doing, maybe I might do it in the next week or so. Like I said, I am 23 weeks and I think I start my 3rd trimester at 26 or 27 weeks. So I will be updating you guys on my 2nd trimester and giving you guys all that update. So hopefully when I go to my next appointment, I will write down all the stuff that I need for that video. But I'm going to give you guys a little bump update. So this is what the bump is looking like from the side. And this is it from the front. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like it, comment down below, subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna be dropping more videos.